Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to welcome you to another live session starting Monday out correct with crafting. Of course, that's the only way to begin. You may notice my surroundings look a little different, still surrounded by a lot of boxes. So I've been under the weather, so I haven't had a chance to unpack yet. So we're flying interestingly today. But we're flying nonetheless. So I'm so excited to have you join me. We're going to play a bit with the fabulous. This is one of my absolute favorites that I kept pointing out to wholesalers when we were in Vegas. I love this set. So I was super stoked to be able to get to play with it with you guys. Still Christmas in July, right? Because it's still July. It's quite toasty to be thinking about Christmas, and I don't have air conditioning yet. So it is quite, as you can tell, I also have a headache. So why I have the rosy cheeks like somebody that goes in the sleigh today. So I'm a little under the weather, but we're here. We're going to make something beautiful and fun and hopefully cool us off just a little bit thinking about snow. So being from Maine, you know I love snow, right? Right. I don't love the snow. Well, I don't love is a big word. We'll go with that. Okay, let's get flipped down so we can start having some fun today. Not that it's not fun to have a chat. You know me. I love to have a chat. But we'll go ahead and get flipped down. Let me get over too so I can see all of the things. Hi, guys. Yeah, I'm fighting that headache. So if I'm not myself, I just want you to know I'm just fighting that headache a little bit. So, okay. So we are going to play with this today. I also to have ready to go, just, because sorry, my lighting is wonky today. It adjusted it and it thinks it's doing well. But to me, it's really, 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 there we go. Okay, there we go. Now it's better. My camera was wonky bits there. Okay, it's better. It's better. All right. And then I pulled this because I just love. How cute would a little sleigh look on here? Sleigh in it, right? Right. LOL. Ha ha ha. You guys know I love me a pun. All right. And thank you everybody so much. I know if I can get rid of this headache, man, I tell you, I don't know what I would do, but beyond being ecstatic. Oh, hello from British Columbia. Yes, I'm not staying hydrated. I'm horrible at it. I need to stay hydrated. You're right. You guys see, I knew you guys would know. Okay. I will after this, I promise, drink lots of water. And then I pulled out this best wishes tag because how cute would a little sleigh be on there? And then of course we have some cute little greetings, and everybody at Altenew has listened to our fabulous customers, our fabulous wholesalers. You guys want the dies? We brought the dies. Yes. All right. Now, today we're going to do old school for a couple of reasons. One, you may have noticed in a box behind me labeled paper. The box is still sealed. So Bridget doesn't have much paper. So Bridget's got lots of white paper. So we're going to go old school today. We're going old school, hashtag old school. Okay. I know I just actually got hydration solutions or something, and it's actually delicious. It tastes like watermelon and not like fake watermelon, like real watermelon. It is delicious. All right, we going to cut some paper. I had a little scrap, so I grabbed him, right? Because he wants to come to the party. Of course, our little runners, the new citrine 8.5 by 11. I mean, was there any guess? No, of course we're going gold, folks. Of course. Okay, here we go. So I did ink blend before for a few reasons. One, it just saves us a little time, which is nice, and we can craft together as opposed to all the blending. But I also have my blending tools out. I don't know where they are. So I had to use something else, and I didn't want to show that on camera. Okay. And if you have not seen the new packaging, this also came from lots of requests from our customers, from our retailers. We listen to all requests. We can't always do them as quickly as we'd like to. We can't do all of them, of course. But this is one we were able to institute. So you see the outline of the shapes on your beautiful packaging, right? This is your layering guide. Gorgeous packaging. This is also it's going to be, not this month, coming soon. The packaging is getting thicker and luscious. It is fabulous. It's coming to a packaging near you. But you'll see now you have this acetate sheet you can take out and easily remove your pieces. No damaging the packaging. And then you can put them right in here, line them up, and put them back right where they came from. How cool is that, my friends? Super duper, right? It doesn't stop with the sweating right now, but it's still super duper cool, right? Okay. It's only, I think it's 83 here today. Back. Oh, it says 72. Maybe I should open the windows. It keeps giving me temperature for where I used to live. And where I used to live is supposed to be over 90 today. So this morning, when I first got up, I ran around, closing all the windows like a mad woman because I didn't want it to get too hot in here. So I did that. Okay, I think I'm going to trim this just in case we do a lush berry, because why not do a lush berry, right? Yeah, we follow Michigan a little bit. We kind of hang cool with Michigan, with the weather and the snow and the heat. So Michigan's like a sister city. How do you become a sister city? I don't even know. Okay. I'm going to blame it on the heat going to my head. I don't know why I cut that down. I was going to use the whole thing, but that's okay. All right. Okay. If you guys can tell me what I'm doing, we'll be doing good. All right. And I brought out the big fella. Oh my goodness. He takes 2 hands. This is the platinum from Spellbinders. It is fantastic. We love our creations from Spellbinders, the Better Press, the Platinum. All right. All of the fabulousness that Spellbinders creates along this crafting industry, along with Altenew as well. We love it all. Okay. Here we go. So now this I can cut basically an 8.5 by 11 sheet, but this is an older one and sometimes it's a little persnickety. So I think maybe today let's plan on making 2 of our sleds. So I'm going to put this here. I had some satin masking tape because I was doing some playing with Altenew products. You can see it. Oh, you can't see it. It's off camera. It's on my, 23. 23 sounds very chilly, but I know that you mean in Celsius. I'm thinking, woo, that's like cup of cocoa time at 23. Woohoo! But I could go for it being cool enough for a cup of cocoa. I wouldn't want a cup of cocoa right now. I could go for like an iced coffee. I took some caffeine tablets, but I did not have any caffeine this morning. I know caffeine gives a lot of people headaches, but for me, it usually takes them away. So I try to have my caffeine in the morning, but I did not. Okay. There we go. All right. Oh, I love Prime days. Oh, they're so great to get so many fabulous things that we need, like cutting plates for big machines. All right. So you can see, look, it's coming to life. It's so cute. Look at how cute it is. It's just so cute. I just want to pinch its little cheeks. I wish I would have thought during Prime days to get my daughter-in-law told me I need a pack and play. I was going to see if I could fit one more. See if I can squeak one more out of here. I'm hopeful. I don't know. Maybe not. Let's try it. Are we feeling lucky, my friends? Do we feel lucky? Send me out the lucky Altenew die cutting vibes. Hopefully we make it. Or hopefully it's a piece we cover up. Either one really works. Oh, yes. I need an iced coffee. Too sweet. I'll send Patrick out to get it. Do you think I'll get my iced coffee? LOL. I think I'll have a cat hopped up on caffeine. I don't know that I need that. But yes, I wish. Oh, look, you guys, look at that. Perfect. Perfect. So out of an A2 panel, you can cut this 3 times. So good to know. Good to know if anybody is going to be mass producing these. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut the rest of our pieces, because the rest of our pieces are just ordinary. Well, not ordinary, but you know what I mean. They're not out of the glitter cardstock. So they're not fancy schmancy like the gold pieces of our sled. So we'll try to cut out 3 sleds. Since we were talking about Prime Days, has anybody started holiday shopping? Let me ask that dreaded question. Since it's out there, I put it out there. I'm sorry. I know it was me. I did it. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Just playing a little game of Tetris here. I'm trying to fit some stuff in. The pillow. Okay, yeah, we need the pillow. I just didn't know like kind of what color I want the pillow out of. Ooh, somebody does not know I'm extremely, extremely busy. And they're calling me. Okay. Usually we have that on Do Not Disturb. I must have forgotten today. I apologize, guys and gals. Okay, we're not going to do the little flowers, I don't think. But you guys know how this goes. You know, you don't think you're going to do something, and then you're like, oh, wait a minute, I need the little flowers too, because they're just so cute. Haven't started yet. Yeah, I'm with you, Jill. I used to do that. Like I would start like, you know, the after holiday sale, you know, and I would get so excited and be like, oh, I'm going to be so far ahead of myself next year. I'm going to be so good. You know, like I was so excited. And then, yeah, I went to look for it and couldn't find anything. So I basically had to start all over again. It was like, oh, goodness. So now, and honestly, I mean, there are some really fun times in the next few years with the baby. But, you know, for now, I don't really have anybody fun to buy for. You know, my son and daughter-in-law are grown because my son's married, so obviously grown. You know, so the fun kind of ends there. But I am excited about the new baby. Oh, yeah, the glitter. I was trying to figure out how to bring in the blue today, if I'm being honest. And I was like, I could do it for a background. And I was like, no, I'm like, it's kind of too much with having, oh, I can't. My bow is stuck in there. I don't have my pointy thing. My pointy thing. Oh, it's in my bag. It's in my bag. It's in my bag. Not that that helps you guys. You're like, okay, it's in the bag. It's in the bag. See? It's in the bag. It's in the bag. All right, there we go. I remembered where something was, and I just dropped a whole bunch of stuff on the other side of the room. But that's okay. All right, there we go. We get our cute little bow. All right, here we go again. We're going to go again. So we will cut out some more stuff. Yes. I mean, I've been prepared to buy for grandbabies. Like every time my aunt has, oh gosh, I'm not even going overboard by saying this, like 20 grandchildren and, you know, like 10 great grandchildren or something, some insane number. My cousin had 8 daughters and then they adopted 2. So he had like 10 daughters. And then it's funny, my other cousin, his sister had 2 sons. So one cousin couldn't have a girl and one couldn't have a boy. And that's all the other cousin had. So kind of funny, you know, if it's not you and you're trying to have a little boy. But anyways, I digress. But so where I was going, and definitely got far off course, is that, but you guys know me, that's why it's crafting adventures. It's not crafting road trip. All right, those I just recut. So these ones in my hand, I didn't cut again. So I got to cut these now. I would go with her and I would help her buy the gifts because it was always so much fun picking out gifts for little kiddos. I mean, I can't think of anything more fun than that. Like, that's super duper fun. So I would always be like, do we have to go? Because I could help with the Christmas shopping, you know, if you need some help, I'm here. I love to shop. Not really. I don't really like to shop. I think that's part of the problem. I've never really liked to shop either. I mean, okay, let me rephrase. Because I see a sale at Altenew, like I'm down to shop, but I'm not a go to the store and shop kind of girl. You give me an Altenew sale and like, I'm sorry, but even on the computer, get out of my way. Like, I'm running for that sale. But yeah, if you want me to go to a store and go to a sale, it's kind of like, do we have to? Do you really need it? Can you get out by without it? What do you think? You know, you really don't need that, do you? I'm a big fan of the at-home delivery kind of thing. So I still down here being kind of Ms. Lazy Bones, but the headache, man, the headache has just been right in the way. Okay, I'm just trying to, I don't know why I'm trying to save this little piece. Okay, we're just going to go. I was going to put that there. We're going to do that. We're going to bring over another piece. I have so much cardstock right here. I don't know why. I'm trying to save it all. Oh, goodness. You guys, I'm just being silly. Just being a silly, what was it in Elf? Nillywiggens? Nittywiggins? I can't think of it. And now I'll never think of it. Do you know how, like, when you think of something and then you're trying to think of the right thing, like you can't think of the right thing because all you can think of is the wrong thing? I know that sounds backwards, but I hope it makes sense. Yes, Marcy, exactly. Even that. Oh, yeah. I do love in the holiday. Oh, you know, we're always looking for inspiration. I have to tell you, window shopping at holiday season, that is a really good time to do some serious banking of some good like photos for inspiration when you're stuck. Great colors, especially even, you know, lots of blues and wines. It's not all like red Christmassy, right? Because that's the fear, is like you're going to go out and it's all, you know, related to that holiday. But I think at that time of year, you can get some really good inspiration for lots of colors, especially, see, I love blues, teals. I think teal, especially, thank you to my co-host who will be with me on Thursday. And I am so excited, Carissa Wiley, for bringing the pinks, the teals, and really having those be like, not, I don't want to say, I think they're working on traditional colors for the holiday, right? I think they're working on it. It's a work in progress. Okay, here we go. All right, we're almost done with the die cutting, guys. I'm sorry. I'm a little off screen, but you saw the size of the big fella. Then we're going to ink blend and have some fun together because I really wanted you to see this set. This set, because I see these a bit in advance and I get so excited. And then it's like, I feel like it's a surprise again when it comes out because I see it so far in advance. And then it comes out and we get to share it with everybody. And it's so fun and exciting because it's just fun. All right, here we go. Okay. And I'm going to hold off on the note tag one for now. Because I am itching to get some ink on these white cardstocks. and B, because I don't really know where we're going yet, which is a traditional road trip with me. So you guys are used to that. Love, I know. I'm so excited. We got Carissa coming. I'm so excited. It's always fun. And as requested by so many folks, Erica will be coming back. Erica and I will be doing some crafting together. And this time I actually get to craft because I'll have my stuff. As you can see, I'm kind of moved in. Kind of. The boxes are in my house. Not all the boxes. Let me be honest. Not all the boxes are in the house. Some of the boxes are still at my old house. So we're still in that process. Okay, so then see, all you do, now that I've used my dies, okay, and I like to come through and make sure I pop all of the little centers so that I'm not putting anything away, so that next time I can just get right to die cutting, okay? And then I had it right the first time. No, I didn't. Okay. What did I do wrong here? I'm putting it incorrectly somehow. Oh, because I'm trying to put it face down and I got to put it face up. There we go. Okay. I think you guys are right. I think I need hydration. Holy Toledo. Okay. So we're just putting all of our pieces back. And like I said, I just like to make sure all the little innards are out. So like all the arrows and the keyholes, all that is checked out. Okay. Now this is a good way too to make sure that you don't lose any of your dies. I always used to do a count, but the great thing is now I really don't have to. Thank you, Geraldine. I should have looked up. I know you guys know. I don't know why I don't look up immediately but then I'm going to start looking up all the time and you guys aren't always with me. So yeah, so look at this. Fantastic. Isn't that great? And now I know I have no dies missing. All the dies are accounted for, even the little guys. And I can safely flip this together, put it down, and start with my layering guide. Okay. I'm so excited to share this with you. Okay. So piece 1 and piece 2 are the fancy fancies, right? I didn't poke all those out. Okay. Now, this one, because I used glitter cardstock, right? It's hard to tell. I can see the keyhole and I can see the arrow there, right? But what I need to look at on the packaging is to see that I need the one with the runner kind of in the middle of the piece, because the number, trying to see, I can kind of see it because I'm looking for it right there, the 1. But if you use a glitter cardstock like I did, that's a great way. Just look at the picture and that will also tell you how to layer it together. And then what I like to do is I like to get all of my pieces so they're in sections, so that when I go to blend them, that I know the packaging is priceless. Love the packaging. Okay, so I want to make sure I have everything in its place, all of that, because these ones we're not going to blend, but I still like to get them together to know that I have them there, right? Right. I could hear you guys saying right. I heard it. I heard it. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so we've got all of those. Then I'm going to put just kind of up on this here, I'm just going to put my little box pieces and my little bows and my pillows, just to make sure I've got all of them. I want to make sure, and I did end up cutting some cute little flowers. So I want to make sure I have all my flowers together as well. So we're going to put these up here. Then I will layer them together as the time comes. This is how I actually craft. So when I'm by myself and I'm working on projects, this is the process that I go through. If I'm doing multiples, even if I'm not doing multiples and I'm ink blending, I like to do this. This just makes sure, because there's nothing more than I'm like in the middle of it. I'm in my ink blending happy zone. I usually got music on. I'm awkwardly dancing. I don't want to stop my awkward dancing to have to go back and cut another piece, right? Like you're in like your best move ever and you have to stop. What? No. So yeah. So I like to do this. I know it takes an extra hot second to do this, my little sleigh pieces, but I think it's good because it makes sure we have everything that we need. And that way, if you're having the best, oh, and I have an extra 6, that's okay. These I cut a few times apparently, and that's my 3. Okay, and I got extra pillows here. I went a little wild with the pillows and piece 3. All right, but I do have 3 of everything. I have extras of some pieces. Okay, and I think, oh, nope, I got a box. Okay, here we go. So we have all of our pieces. Now you could, if you wanted to, cut these little flower centers out in the gold. I think that would be really beautiful. Okay, but I'm just going to leave those up with our flowers for the moment. We'll see where we land with it. Okay, so let's start our blending. Now you'll notice on the back of the packaging, and I'll pick it up in just one second if you're saying, hey, I don't have it in front of me. You'll notice that cardstocks are listed, but I don't have my cardstocks out. Maybe you're on the road and you don't want to take 12 colors with you, but you can throw your mini cubes and a couple blending brushes in, or maybe you want to do watercolor and you're just going to color these with your watercolor pan set. How beautiful and gorgeous and soft would that be? So pretty. So that's okay. Just because it says cardstock, you could use inks. So I know there are some of us that really love inks, and we love to do this where we turn white paper into cardstock. There are some of us that love cardstocks and not so much ink blending. Then there's the mixture of us that love it all and love to do it all. So I fall in the love to do it all. But today we're doing the white coloring of the cardstock. So I'm going to do the espresso for this inner piece, which is piece 5 and piece 6. So I'm going to get those and I'm going to put those together. Okay. So piece 5 and piece 6. Put those up there together. This reminds me of a seat my son had for gaming when he was little. That'd be cute to add to a journal page. All right. So here we go. Okay. So that's going to be our espresso. And then this side here, piece 4, and then this piece that is not marked. Okay. These are going to be, I'm going to use the mocha and the sand dunes on these. So I'm going to put these down here. Okay. But this way I can do all of my brown coloring all at once, and I don't have to worry. I'm going to just move these up just a little bit, and I don't have to worry, right? So just remember, you know, it's fun to have the cardstocks. It's fun to have the inks. It's fun to have them both. But some days, you know, if it works better for you to do blending, blend away, my friends. Blend away. All right, so we're going to do the sand dunes, mocha. So I'm using the same colors, right? We're going to use their same color combination that they gave us, but we're just going to do it with inks. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start blending where the keyhole is. Now, there's a reason for that. The reason I'm doing that is because I come in hot. Like, look at that. That's coming in hot, right? So I've come in and I've put a lot of color on there. And that's okay. Because generally, I don't want to say always, generally around the area that the keyhole is going to get covered up. So if I come in a little hot with the color, it's okay. Now, I don't mind this looking, I want to say leathery. Hopefully that makes sense to you because I'm using this beautiful dark brown color. And if it's not a perfect blend, if I have some areas that are maybe a little bit darker and a little bit lighter, I'm okay with that because it gives me kind of that leathery feel. Now, I think another color that would be beautiful, and we could actually try it on the top. Let me move one. Okay, so I'm going to move one of each of my pieces and we'll blend it with another color combo I'm going to do, and I'll show you in just a second. Okay, I think another color combo that would be pretty is the teal. So we'll do one of those where the seat is in teal. I was just thinking, I can't remember what Christmas movie it was with the sled, but teal, red, all kinds of colors that you could use. Okay. Oh, this was supposed to be my lighter one. See? So one of mine, this will be darker because this was supposed to be, in theory. I know there's no supposed to be in crafting. So I'm just going to go with it and I'm going to embrace it and I'm going to make it really dark. I'm just going with it. Oh, yes, absolutely. One of my favorite things is adding the color to the cardstock. It is such a fast way because now when I'm doing this, as you know, I fancy an ink blending. Like it soothes me and it makes me happy. It relaxes me, my ink blending. So I am super duper stoked to ink blend. But if you're not a great ink blender, the cardstock kind of gives you that jump start where you've already got the color. You're just kind of adding that dimension. Now, I said we were going to use 3 colors, and apparently I was just joking. I am going to go ahead and apparently just use 1. But you can get different tones. You can see this is a lot darker than this. My left side is lighter. Okay. Now, if you want to just give in, right, you can just do this as well. So if you want a really dark piece, okay, you can just come in and really put the ink to it. Okay, so let's do it. Why not? We can, because this is our perfect card because we made it. It's from us, right? Right. All right, so I have piece 4, piece 4, piece 4, and I have one of those up there just to make sure I have enough for everybody. And you can see my 4 is the only thing that stayed white. Wow, look at that. But look at that deep, rich color. Okay, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, so we're going to move these. Now, if you don't want to ink, that's a fast way to go too. If you like the look of inking, but you're like, you know, Bridget, I'm not a blender. I just am not a blender. It's not my thing. But I like the inking. What do I do? That's what you do. You just drop it like it's cold. LOL. I guess it would be hot in July, right? I got to save that joke for December. Oh, my fan just hit just the right way. It was perfect when I said drop it like it was cold. Okay. And I've just been turned on to these. These are from Costco. I basically joined Costco to get baby wipes. True story, sadly. True story. But these are really nice. I have struggled as a crafter looking for a baby wipe that I like that didn't leave lint. Now, it's my first go with these. So I don't want to get like too standing on my crafty baby wipe soapbox here, but I really am enjoying these so far. They do a nice job. I think it's been cleaning stuff off my sticky mat that's been on my sticky mat since I started using it. It's still cleaning off red. The pink. It's still cleaning off the pink. Okay, but it did a great job. Look at that. All right, so let that dry for a second. Okay. They are such a rich color, and I like that too. And sometimes, you know what? Just, hey, why not swipe? Why not? You know, It just takes a second and it goes. I'm just going to wave this in the air for a second and let it dry a little bit faster because I need it to. All right, we're pretty dry. Now we're going to come in with the red. So I'm going to do this in red. Okay. And my bows are going to be in red too. Because I don't know what I'm going to do with my bows, but I know I want them red. And there is a little circle that goes in there, but like when you lose a tittle, it's amongst the missing. All right, so this is my red tulle. I have very limited ones. Again, I'm going to start where the number and the shape are and blend out. Okay. So I'm going in. Now you could start with the even smaller one of these. Okay. I'm just leaving it right at the edge. Okay. And then I'm going to color all the way out. Now, if you wanted to, you could bring in lots of colors, right? You guys know I love bringing in like a whole family, maybe adding like, galactic stream on the seashore. I love color. But today I'm trying to keep it simple because when creating cards for this season, the winter season, usually folks have a lot going on and we take on too much because we're crafters and we're like, hey, we can do that. You need 175 cards tomorrow? Sure, no problem. I got that, And about 4 a.m, you're like, what was I thinking? Why did I say that? But that's all right because it's what we do. We're crafters. We love to give to people. We love to help. So that's why I think it's great, especially for this season when you can have simple ideas. Now, if you're cutting one of these, you could have cut it all in one pass. You could have used the mini blossom, make it super duper fast, but we're cutting multiples. So just in case we have time, I know I keep looking at time and I'm like, stop moving. All day you move like molasses time, and then I get to craft with my friends and you're like super speedy. Okay. All right. And then again, you can bring in another color. You can just keep layering. Okay. And a trick too, if you want to add a little kind of cool look, maybe you add a little bit of black ink into the center to get that really dark look. It's a nice, cool look. Okay. But you can also come in with a darker red. Okay. And I'm just adding like a little streak in that center because we're going to cover that mostly up. And you can see it's kind of blending out, but it's keeping a little bit of that depth in the center where I'm going, just using that one color all by myself. Okay. And then why not let's have pops of red. Let's make that our thing, right? We need a thing. Why not be red? So we'll come in. And again, if you want to just drag the ink pad over, you could. Okay. All right, there we go. I've got that light spot there, which I love. Oh, no worries. This is crimson. This is crimson. So if you have any questions on color, I'm using the ones off the back. I didn't use the green gold because we used the gold. We used the gold. Okay. There we go. I'll just wipe this off again. Okay. And while that's drying, I'll build our flower. And then I brought some of our sequins. I grabbed those and we'll put those in the middle of the flower. But let's say you don't have sequins with you and you're like, my extra thing I brought was that gold cardstock. Maybe that's what you do. You just cut some gold centers to put in there in the center. You could also add the little dots if you have our essential permanent marker set. That would be very, very cute as well. All right, so we're going to bring these over. It shows us right on the packaging which pieces to do what with here. This is piece 2. This is piece 3. Piece 2. It also has it on here, but I also like to look at my packaging. I'm a big fan of packaging. Okay, I'm like, where are the rest of my flowers? All right. Now I'm also going to show you a trick. A trickaroo, my friends. Okay. So I've got my glue. Ooh, that one was a little wet there. Okay. So I got my glue. So I've got the 4-piece, and then the 3-piece is going to lay on top of that. So I'm just going to put a little dab of that glue there and then line up this kind of, I call this the mountain because it has like a peak. So we're working on getting you some names so that it's not, I call it the mountain and somebody else calls it the T. And so we're working on getting you some names for these shapes as well. All right. I wish I had my tweezers. I had them just a second ago because I broke something and I had to get them out. Okay. Now this is really, really pretty. Okay. Very, very pretty. But what if you want, found my tweezers. I looked in the last place they were. Imagine that. All right. My son used to say that to me and that would drive me crazy. I'd be looking for something. He'd say, I know right where it is. And I'd say, oh, where is it? Thinking he knew. And he'd be like, right where you left it. Aren't you funny? So you can keep going. Okay. So you could curl these and then what I'm going to do, let's see. I have this extra piece of paper. I'm just going to put a big dollop of this glue here. Okay. And put that on there. And then I can come over and just kiss. Okay. Then I have the glue on the back. So I'm going to build this up. I'm going to keep layering the petals. Now, the other thing is you don't have to layer them in the order they are on the packaging. If you want it to look just like the packaging, then yes, do that. If you want to change it up and you want it to look a little bit different, layer the flowers together because you're going to get some great dimension. It's going to look super cool. That one I got a lot of glue on. Okay, but look at that. Look how beautiful and full that is. And if you curled the layers, if you stuck some foam tape in between the layers, sorry, my tweezers are very sticky. Isn't that cool? Because you can build it up and you can put foam tape in between each layer. So many things you can do. Okay, let's add, because we use the citrine, I'm going to use the champagne. And I'm just going to take a couple of the smaller ones. And that's the great thing about these sequins is they're all in bags. Okay. So I'm just going to go in with my sticky tweezers and I'm going to pull out some. All right. And because I have the glue situation going on right now, I can bring in my, where's my picker? All right. I have another picker. No fear, double pickers are here. Okay, here we go. Maybe. I got it. It's slipping away. Okay, so we're going to do this and just put it down there. So what you can do is I can come in with a little bit of glue as well. Okay, so you can, of course, put the center that comes with it. Okay, or you can add some sequins. Now, I, of course, as you know, would be a big proponent of the, okay, so I get that right where I want it. And I don't want to pick up the other ones because they're not quite dry yet. A big proponent of the instant dimension foam tape. But look how pretty that is. Just adding those sequins in there. So gorgeous. So gorgeous. And I love how much dimension you have in those petals. So pretty. So pretty. You could also come in, add some shimmer paste to the tips of the leaves in the enchanted gold. How pretty would that be? Okay, let's put our thing together. All right, we didn't even blend all the pieces and my time is running out. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh goodness. Okay, we got to put at least one together. I've had too much fun with the pieces with you guys. All right, so let's start layering here. Let's start layering. I've got my 3-piece, the base piece of my sled, which I think is the gray. But since we did the gold, I think I'm just going to do it in brown. I think we're going to go brown, okay? And this one we'll do mocha. So we'll do mocha. And look at that. Look how quick ink blending went. Oh, so fast. We're such fast ink blenders, you guys. Okay, we'll let those pieces dry. That's the other thing. So say you've just inked like I did, right? Because you were impatient, or you're on a live yourself and doing something, and you try to glue that and it's not gluing, it's not staying. It's not your glue because the paper is wet, okay? So keep that in mind. If your paper is wet, it's going to be hard to glue it together. Okay, so this piece is going to come once we've done our sled because it'll have to go forward. So we can put it on there now, but you have to remember that you got to bring this piece to the front of the sled. Okay, so let's go ahead, get this put on. My glue nozzle is now red. I probably should clean that before I forget and stick that on something. That would be bad. That would be kind of bad. All right. And then I can actually, I didn't add much glue on that one. I can actually add it to the back here and around there. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself about. That's what it's all about. Hey, I put it on the wrong piece. Hey. All right. Oh, you guys. I'm telling you. I'd like to blame it all on the headache, but I can't. I just can't. All right. So here we go. We're going to put this here. We just got to remember, we got to bring that part forward because we don't want our sleigh bitten bob caught in the back. Okay. And here we go. This is the one we need to put the glue on. Okay. All right. Well, I was hoping to get all these cards made with you today, but I think we had a fun day of putting things together. So I think that's okay. We still have 10 minutes. I still think we'll get a card made. I have faith. We got this together. We had a cheer in elementary school. Baby, do we ever. So there we go. See? Okay. I've been ready for this since elementary school. All right. This is not sticking because it was sticking to the table and then I ripped it off. All right. Because I got glue on the back. See, I still got glue on the back. All right. If I had my heat tool hooked up, I would glue that down. Okay. So now we're going to put piece 3. Okay. We're going to line up the keyhole and the arrow on this one. Okay. And I'm moving that little leg forward to tuck this in. Okay. This will give us our nice base, our platform. Oh, I didn't get to finish the one with the teal. Oh, bummer. That's okay. It's only July. We have lots of time to craft together, right? Right. And if you guys make it in the teal, please tag me. I would love to see it. Okay. So that's, I think, the important thing to remember with this set is just not to glue your runners down. Because if you do that, and there's even a note to remind you to bring it forward, but you don't want to glue that down because then you won't be able to get your other pieces on there. Ooh, that's a lot of glue. Somebody is heavy-handed. I don't want to say who. Okay. Doop-a-doo, boop-a-doo. All right. Let's get that there. My sled's going straight. Otherwise, my reindeer will be pulling to the left or pulling to the right, one of the way. Yeah, it might have been Carissa, yes. And the good news is I didn't take out the lush blossom, the lush berry today, but Carissa's using it. Now this one just has a piece. Okay, so you just line it up at the top. That's why it's always good just to see. I went wild with the glue again, and I shouldn't have. I should have looked at my directions and double checked. I'll just wiggle this out maybe. There we go. And set this up here. I'll clean my mat after. But there's just part of the arrow. See, I stuck the glue on the wrong portion. Like Mike Myers said, I put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. Same thing. Okay. All right. And you want to get that on there. Okay, so it's up there. Right on the corner. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Yes, I'm sure there will be, yes, over adhesives. Assemble. I'm sure there's going to be some beautiful teal in action on Thursday. I'm just guessing. I'm hoping, maybe. I'm more hoping. Oh, I didn't do that last one because I was going to do it in the teal. We got 6 minutes. We got 6 minutes. We got plenty of time. Plenty of time. All right. I don't think I have. Oh, I do have another 4. Okay. We have plenty of time. Let's do it. Let's do it to it, as they say. Okay. So I want. Doop-a-doo. Ba-da-doo-boo. Okay. These ones. I want to be Volcano Lake. Okay. Oop. I don't want a mark on there. Okay. And then this. I want it to be Emerald. All right, so I'll give that a hot second to air dry over there. Luckily, the fan is on. We'll continue on our merry way here. No pun intended. Okay, piece 5 is going to go down here over the keyhole. And you can have lots of fun, my friends, bringing in, now that we have the different heights of instant dimension, adhesive, we can bring that all in and have a play with that as well. Really make these dimensional. I have to tell you, one of my most favorite things I received, I was in daycare as a kid while my mom worked, and my daycare lady's husband was a Boy Scout leader. And one year he made us these sleds, and it looks just like this. This is probably why I love this sled so much. I feel like somebody went into my mind and took it out of there. Oh, we're not using that one. Nope, we're not using that one. Just joking. We're using the teal. And he made me this sled with popsicle sticks, and it looks so similar to this. It's crazy pants. And so, yeah, so that's probably why I love this set so much, is from when I was a kiddo. I have a sled that looks just like this ornament, Okay, so 4, and then we'll put our piece 5. And you can always, when you have time, and you're making these at home, you can always double check where the adhesive goes so you can put like the mass amount of adhesive that you want to on your project. Okay. And this one goes here. Okay, so we're lifting up our little runner with the keyhole, and that's going to fit right there. That would be a great piece to add some dimension to. And then this one you could pop up as well. It would look so nice, but look how nice that looks in the teal. Okay. And then this just covers up what we were working on. Look how pretty that looks in the teal, yo. Look at that. Look at you guys. Oh my gosh. That would be such a cute little gift tag. And then we got our little pillow you could put in, or if you did that in gold, how beautiful in gold. Or maybe like the sled has the poinsettias all coming out of the sled, like exploding out of the sled. I know, I need the micro tip, you guys, like no joke. I seriously cannot function without the micro tip. I'm surprised the glue police are not knocking on my door right now. Like, where is your micro tip? You put way too much glue, girlfriend. We got to practice with you. Take me to an over adhesive anonymous meeting. The good news is I'd see everybody there, right? We'd all be there hanging out together. So that would be super duper cool. I am heavy handed, man. Everything I do. I always say if a craft tool can survive anywhere, it's my space. If it can survive my space, it gets the seal of approval. All right. And that one looks a little rough. So I'm just going to put this one on here. Now, you guys know what I'm going to say, probably, but I'm just thinking rainbow sled, rainbow sled. How cool would that be? All right. And I am missing a piece in the end with that, but that's okay. All right. So I'm going to bring this over. Now, I will tell you, I just did this whole background with Arctic. I started at the top and blended and pulled it down because snow is not really white, right? But look at that. It just kind of looks like a snowdrift. Look how pretty that is, you guys. Look how pretty. So pretty. Then if you add in your glimmer paste in pearl or the gold, all the colors, then you also don't forget, we didn't get to it. Excuse me, today. I'm so sorry, guys. Maybe on Thursday we'll get to it. The Sleigh Ride greetings. So cute. Just pop it up here, up at the top. Probably in white would look really, really classy and so nice. So just a look and a little few tips and tricks on how to get some ink blending done with some dyes in your space. If you're not feeling in the mood to cut the paper, or if you don't want to bring all the paper with you on a trip that you're going on, but you do want to do the crafting. And it's hard, I know, because once you get your mind set on a craft, or once you get your mind set on a set to use, you really want to use that set. So I get that. So sometimes you just have to come up with ways that make it really simple for you to do that. And sometimes it's ink, sometimes it's paper, sometimes it's pre-cutting. I know Jennifer McGuire has said so many times that she'll like to sit and just cut the die cuts, and then later she puts them together. So while you're watching TV or relaxing and you're like, I want to do something crafty, this is a great thing. So think of these beautiful sets that are simpler, easy to put together to give you a jump start on your winter crafting, because as you know, like our crafting time, it'll be here before you know it. And unfortunately, our crafting time for today is over. I'm so sad to see you go, but I'm very excited because I get to see you back again this week with Carissa. I mean, Oh, so excited with all of those things in that sentence. I don't know. I want to, like Elaine from Seinfeld, I want to put an exclamation point here and here and here. I'm just very excited. So I'm excited to see you guys back on Thursday with Carissa Wiley and Lushberry. So bring your Lushberry embossing folder and stencil and have a play with us. We can't wait to see you. Bye, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.